I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncers' guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly You've moved again.
I'm looking at you, man.
Get it out my tonsils.
That was so funny. I got to give.
I nearly died there and then, you know.
That was funny, man. I thought I got to give it him. He put it on you good.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I wasn't worried at all. Johnny announced today, May 27th. Yeah, huge fight. OKOLIE and BILLAM-SMITH, and when the announcement came for BILLAM-SMITH that he was going to fight on the show with no opponent as such, like speculating who it could be, off the back of OKOLIE kind of answering the call and saying, well, I'm here, this is the best fight possible.
This is what we want to see. So you get fighters saying, I want to fight that world champion, I want to fight that world champion, and Lawrence has said, you know what, come, be careful what you wish for. So in Bournemouth, in the Lion's Den, he's going down there to after fighting, he wants to fight again. Usually we have to wait for negotiations, wait for arguments, wait for X, Y, Z. These guys don't dislike each other. So, and I know for a fact, Lawrence is not going to do his mate a favour and give him the title. Lawrence is going to try and bust his arse. His mate wants the world title, as in Chris. So Chris is going to try and bust his arse. This is serious business. But to me, I thought it couldn't get any better. How the ties could turn. Can you imagine if Chris beat Lawrence? You know, and remember, Chris lost to Richard Riakporhe.
He's also chasing a fight with OKOLIE as well.
Exactly, but also chasing his ambitions to get a world title with somebody else or whatever. You know, it's about negotiation. Can you imagine Chris end up being top of the tree? So I'm here now, boys, and that's our sport. To me, I think it's a cracking fight. It's a cracking bill. Never mind, but the thing, what I like about this fight is these two are familiar with each other. And Shane knows Lawrence's strengths and his weaknesses because Shane trained him at one point. I think these guys are still friends. I saw them wave to each other earlier on, so everything's cool.
At the moment.
Yeah. And Chris knows Lawrence, and so he knows what he can do, what he can't do. If Chris doesn't fancy it, Chris could easily wait to fight one of the other champions to see what the situation is. But he's thinking, you know what, I can beat him. I fancy that. Let's do it. So it's a great shout. This is how fighting should be. Get the fight on. You know, the champion's there. You're playing no games. Let's do it.
What is not ideal for May 27th is a triple show clash amongst the broadcasters, with obviously DAZN and Wood Lara 2, BT with Michael Conor fighting for the world title against Lopez. So as much as we love boxing, 3 shows on one night isn't ideal, is it? So really?
This is part of the sport. This is part of their business. They're businessmen. You know, not sport. They're businessmen. So it's a case of who is going to promote and push their product the most to get the most eyes. That's what it is. It's like the Grand National. Off you go. So it's a case of, and this will show when it comes to the broadcasters, in my opinion, who can do their job and who can do it well. And so if you're a fight fan, brilliant, great. You just switch over, follow your favourite. If you're not a fight fan, you're going to go where you're going to follow your nose. You're going to, oh God, I saw that, I saw this. Now you'll see the strength of Sky. Now you'll see the ambition of DAZN. You understand? So now you'll see these shows that are around, and but again, who benefits? The fighters and the fans. I'm not a broadcaster. I don't own these companies, you know. So I'm looking from the fighters' point of view and the fans' point of view. So good, either way. People are getting.
So we're going to see you doing about 1 million interviews that week, selling your ass.
Probably, but that's part of the game. Well, good, that's part of the game.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just think for fight fans that generally are even like the hardcore boxing fans, people who will watch all these fights or want to watch all these fights, I just hope they work some sort of timing out regarding the main event, which normally they do.
They do, might be by a minute or so, but you know what? This is one of those Grand Nationals. That's it. That's it's down to whatever broadcaster does their job right, they get the numbers.
Gloves are off here, Johnny.
That's how it rolls, baby. That's how it rolls.
I know, okay, so yeah, we'll look forward to obviously the press conferences today, but yeah, May 27th in Bournemouth, this is an absolute cracker. I know you've already spoke to IFL regarding Anthony Joshua's win over Jermaine Franklin, but yeah, just any more kind of further thoughts on the aftermath of that? Tony Bellew kicking off. Carl Froch telling Tony Bellew to chin him, which was hilarious as well, I've got to say.
Carl could cause trouble in an empty room. I think emotions and frustrations with Tony Bellew, because Tony's got a lot of love for AJ, so he gets involved, he'll get involved in that kind of stuff. But I think for AJ, and I looked at the fight a couple of times after, and I think, again, he's fighting with intent, but there's just a couple of rookie mistakes that he's doing that he shouldn't be doing now. The man's a former two-time world heavyweight champion, and you've got to say how it is. And I'm quite sure his boys around him that you've got to own his shit. There's no more. I'm still learning. If you want to get back up there again, you've got to own your shit. When you get out there, Mike Tyson boxers, they take the muzzle off, boom, gone straight in, back in the corner, get the job done. AJ was fighting mid-fight. He's looking over at his corner, man. You know what's that about? What is it? You should know what you're doing now. You know what your job is now. Get the job done. Own who you are. No excuses. And this is tough love. It's tough love to say, look, if you really want it, you really want to get the world title again, you've got to now own who you are. Nobody gets it on a YTS. You know what I mean? You look at what he's done, look at what he's achieved, and he's been learning. Now, so for all that experience, what does it give you? It gives you wisdom. He has the wisdom. Now he has to use it. Stop looking for anything from anybody else. You picked a coach, a new trainer to work with. That works for me. Get the job done. It's your job to take it on board, get it figured out in your head, and get the job done. When you come out to the corner, sit down, chat. Yep. Boom, off you go again. If he was in the street and he got into a scrap, he wouldn't be looking at his mate. What should I do next? He'd think, that natural instinct kicks in. And what I said was, his natural fighting instinct seems to not be there anymore. And that to me is worrying, because I'm thinking, what more experience do you need to actually believe in yourself and take responsibility for what you do and use it? To me, it's a no-brainer.
There are people suggesting that going in straight to a Tyson Fury fight may not be the best idea for Anthony Joshua. There are people suggesting even Dillian White ahead of that, and whoever else. What do you think about that? But sometimes if the opportunity arose for that fight to happen, do we take that there and then, or for the benefit of Joshua's career, does he have one more before looking for that Fury fight again?
I said Anthony Joshua should take a year out to get that right. Physically, he can be training in the gym all the time, he can spar whatever. He needs to get that right, figure out his motivation, figure out why he's fighting. Because if your reasonings are not right, the worst place for it to come out is in the ring when you're fighting, because the whole world's watching you. So if your motivation to get in there and fight and dig deep and almost put your life on the line is wrong, you're going to get turned over by the wrong person. So you want to make sure you go in the ring with fire in your belly, thinking no matter what.
I'm not 25, is Johnny. How's he going to take a year out?
You know what? And he can. He's not been hurt. He's not had a hard career. He can. But what I'm saying to you is, if his head's not right, what else can he do apart from keep walking into it, and all of a sudden get turned over by somebody he shouldn't get turned over by? Against Franklin, he made what could have been an easier job a harder job. I'm not disrespecting Franklin, because Franklin's a good fighter, but AJ's a better fighter. So when I was asked before, what does AJ lose? What does AJ do if he loses to Franklin? I said he should quit, because he should be beating Franklin. That's where I hold him up there. So he shouldn't be. His level's above this thing here, but he's fighting like a man that don't believe in himself. He's fighting, and for all the experiences he's had, there's no excuse anymore. You have the wisdom. Wisdom comes with good and bad experiences. You have the wisdom, use it. It's your responsibility. Own your shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Finally, obviously some just news. Should we just call it news today with the fact that Amir Khan had failed for Osterine before the Kell Brook fight. Has been given a 2-year ban. Amir Khan is currently a retired fighter. This has only come to our knowledge, as in publicly in the media today, this morning. But what are your thoughts about this?
Shocked. I knew it's probably the exact same time as you. And from a ex-fighter's point of view, I love our sport. I love the fighters benefiting financially from our sport as something they love. There needs to be a turn. There needs to be a change where this can't happen. You know, where the board get and say, look, everybody involved, you're all on a ban. That something needs to be done, because it's probably a lot more rife than what we realise. Because I'm like Amir Khan, so I'm probably disappointed. I'm probably gutted. I'm something has to change, but I don't know who knew what. I'm thinking, why don't it just come out now then? You know, I knew, and I'm hearing everybody else is saying they've only just found out. It's breaking news. It's like the Conor Benn situation. The news was changing every hour. So let's see what more information comes out this afternoon, what more information comes out tomorrow morning. I knew the same time as you did.
I mean, what we do know is that it has been accepted as that he didn't take it intentionally, but due to strict liability, the ban comes into play. Amir Khan was on Sky Sports recently this morning in a on the street kind of interview with a cameraman and a reporter from Sky Sports News, where he completely denied, obviously, a cheat aspect of it, not knowing how this substance of Ostarine got into his system. He made a point of he lost the fight in a 2-minute interview.
I always say, it don't matter what drugs you take. It doesn't make you a better fighter. Might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news comes out, you just got to deal with it. Let's not make the same mistake. Remember this, you know, Conor Benn's situation has been changing over and over and over and over and over. And as the story unfolds, some people think, well, maybe, maybe not. So let's react. Let's not speculate. Let's just wait till the news comes in, wait for more information to come in and react on that.
With the situation regarding, obviously, Conor Benn, and there's always been questions about who knew what at what point. I think we kind of know the scale from that.
Of speculation, which was frustrating, which muddied the waters, and there's a lot of conflict. He said, she said, you know. So let's learn our lesson, man. Just sit back, listen, and wait. Just wait for the facts to come out.
What would Kell Brook be thinking right now?
Well, you know what? I tell you what. I boxed 3 drug cheats and I beat him, and I felt like King Kong. So I'm thinking, no matter what you take, you ain't beating me. So if I was Kell, I'd think, yes, I still bust your ass. That's what I beat.
Three drug cheats.
3 drug cheats.
You were borderline useless, weren't you?
and it came out of fish. They got useless bans, you know. But it made me think. That's why I say drugs don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you a little, give you a bit more energy, but it don't make you technically smarter. It doesn't give you all of that, you know. So those drug cheats that do it purposely, you got to remember, you know, why are you doing it? What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein? I don't think so.
Last one. What would Conor Benn be thinking right now, seeing this? Like you said, I'll point out again, we don't know all the facts. We just know kind of what we've read today.
And Gareth A. Davis, that little spat there. And I said afterwards, I understand both sides. Because Conor Benn is frustrated because, as far as he's concerned, it's unjust. It doesn't matter what our opinion is. So therefore, all those people that have not backed him, he's pissed off at him. Gareth A. Davis did his job. He asked the question and questioned the answer.
Can I just ask you one thing?
Yeah, go on.
Gareth A. Davis was doing his job, yeah? For TalkSport, okay? Should Gareth Davis not have gone up to Conor Benn and asked him whether he was willing to do that interview rather than coming with a camera and sticking it in his face? Or not? Is that right or wrong?
You're right. He should have asked him. But he was doing his job like a reporter, saying, I want to ask a question, thinking he'll get a run. Or he might have got a snap. But you know what? That little slap of the mic, that's gone viral. Everybody's like, shit, now everybody's going to Gareth saying, Gareth, what do you think? Now he's giving his opinion on that. So I understand you guys doing your job. I understand Conor Benn's point of view as well. It's just one of those things.
You've never seen me just randomly come up and do that. Johnny, listen, appreciate your time, but yeah, let's just end on May 27th, the Vitality Stadium. Yep, the bill's going to get announced today. Lowell and Chamberlain on the bill.
Kid, what a fight! And I'm happy for Chamberlain because you know he's just been at the edge, but now hopefully this is a good fight. I think Lowell is a strong, tough opponent, but he's beatable. You know, and Chamberlain needs to get his shit together. So if he doesn't, you know, how many chances is he going to get? So I'm looking forward to it.
Johnny Nelson, thank you very much for your time, and yeah, we'll catch up with you again soon. Don't know when, but relatively soon.
Soon come, yeah.
And cheers for your help the other day.
I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,